Hey guys, today we're talking about travel restrictions here in South Korea affecting foreigners. I'm Tasha from Travelandtash. I've lived in Korea more than 4 years, and in the time I've been here, I've done a lot of traveling. I've traveled to India, Philippines multiple times, Malaysia, Japan, and even to Europe a couple of times, Spain, England, and Italy. However, it looks like due to the pandemic, I'm probably not going to travel for the rest of 2020. If you're coming to Korea for work purposes, you'll arrange for your visa in advance. Your passport itself determines what kind of visa waiver you'll receive on arrival at the airport. Foreigners arriving will go into the specific government regulated quarantine quarters. This is my quarantine room for the night. That fee right now is about 2.2 million won, which is around about $2,000. For foreigners like myself who are on the E series visas, we also have to do a quarantine if we return to the country, and that also is 2 weeks. But the quarantine is different because it's not under the direct visual of Korean authorities at essentially a 24-hour watch. You are required to obey the quarantine rules and stay in your house. Currently, international travel for myself as a foreigner living here in Korea is particularly restricted. So if I wish to leave Korea, I have to go to immigration and apply for a re-entry permit, and re-entry to actually come back into Korea. If I don't apply for my re-entry permit before leaving Korea, I may not be allowed back in the country, and I would have my alien registration potentially revoked. And I've heard that it costs around 30,000 won, but I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if that's true. I must undergo a medical exam no earlier than 48 hours within the country from which I'm coming to Korea, which means that I have something to present to the pandemic officials in the airport on arrival. I can self-quarantine at home, and if you want to know more about that particular process, watch the video that I'm going to attach in the description below. If I have some kind of family emergency and I need to return home, it's not simply a process of booking a ticket and jumping on a plane. It's somewhat more complicated than that due to these additional steps. Korean passport holders don't have to apply for a re-entry permit, and they don't need to get the pandemic test done prior to flying to Korea. What kind of measures are the border control for the current pandemic being undertaken where you live? What's going on there? I'd like to know how easy or how challenging it is if you need to travel anywhere right now. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this. If there's anything that I haven't mentioned or anything that you'd like to clarify, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks once again, and see you next time. Bye.